Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the Tangle line dance from CZT Hendon. Now this is a result of the Tangle Time session on this past Thursday. Um, there was a couple tangles bounced around for some ideas of a background. This was one of them, and I thought, well, I need to find more about this tangle, and it is kind of cute. So, and it could serve, a number of persons. Just really, really neat tangle. All right, so actually, let's do this. So we have our four corners. We do a border. So this is the space that we're working in. And this could be whatever space, obviously, that you want to work in. It starts off with just a wavy line. And this is a great one for the just do you want, type of thing. So, like so, just in the corner. And then we're going to aura it. This is a good practice of auraing this tangle here. One thing that I notice with my own tangling, or my own auraing, excuse me, is that sometimes my lines kind of flatten out. And so if you notice that, well, number one, I then try to be careful to aura the contours. And then also, you can kind of also adjust things a little bit as you go. And maybe, I'm sure that will happen here. Okay, so you've done one corner, then another corner. And just starting out with a, like I said, a wavy line. At some point, this is where you can play however you want to. And that's what's so neat about it. And watch, I'll be really good this whole time. No, so you can see how it's kind of from the beginning, it's kind of flattening out already. So then what you can do is just, like, I made a little bit greater dip here. So that helps. Or, a little narrower here. So you can adjust it as you go, if you wish. And really, all that we're doing, at least the first few steps, is just drawing a squiggly line, dancing with your pen, right? That's the line dancing idea. And auraing. So we're continuing the dance. what a neat. I love the name, just and the concept, just really, really cool. And then with that, okay, and then we got the last corner here. And you know what? Honestly, I don't know that it matters that these meet up. This is just what I'm doing because I'm working on a 2x2 bijou tile. So it's, there's not a lot of room. Well, here, let's do that right there. That way we can play with that. And I'm going to dare say that it doesn't necessarily matter what shape you have. I mean, I have this bijou tile, so I'm using it. But if you've done, a string and you have just an area that you just don't exactly, or you think, oh, this would be a great tangle for here. I'm thinking you just take the concept, even if it was, rounded or something. I'm sure you can find a way to have fun with this. All right, so once you have that, then we're going to do the insides of this. So I'm just going to start here-ish. Let's see. So well, let me back up for a minute. So we'll just use this square as an example because it's what's in front of us. So I have corner, 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 and then what I've created though is a new kind of square on the inside. So we're going to do this same concept. It's just from, on the inside of this. So I'm going to take from here and there, and same idea. just continue the aura-ing. Now here's where I have to be careful. I'm sure that nobody else does this. And if you know, you don't have to admit it, but if you feel like it, leave it in the comments, so I know I'm not alone in that. Like I've done already, you know, kind of going over the line that I should stop at. Usually it's the stopping part, not necessarily the starting point, but you know, and it's okay because when we do the shading, I'm gonna say it's gonna be covered up by that, so no worries. And so it's like here, it's like you don't have to, again, don't have to go from, oh, I have to go in this corner. Nope, you don't. Because this one, I'm just gonna go like right here. It's a nice reminder of, you know, kind of the concepts of Zentangle is that, you know, while we have the step outs, we have rules, you can still kind of, you know, do what you want to do. I always like to make sure, I mean, you can't go too far crazy because then you're creating a new tangle and then that's just something different and that's okay. I like to just make sure to honor the tangle. So, and then this is also wonderful for the repetition. That's how we end up with the wonderful meditative qualities, and or mindful, whichever way you know you want to look at it, with this repetition. And so this is just a really nice one where almost I'm feeling like almost like the organic tangles, and by those for me are like the poke root, poke leaf, the ones that kind of grow out of themselves, not just that they look, you know, they're organic in that you know, they come from nature is what they're inspired by, but just ones that kind of grow on themselves. Rixty is another, that's a great one. But this where you start and then, oh look it, we have a new box, so I'm gonna do the same thing over and over again, and where you don't have to think, you just do. And then at the same time we get the nice creative boost of, you know, being able to just kind of create this neat space as we're going. And then on top of that, if that wasn't enough, kind of I like the problem solving aspect of Zentangle. And not that there's problems with this, it's just like, oh well, what shall I do next? Well, you know, and my shape is getting a little bit weird, but it's okay at the same time. Oh, let's do like that. And that's what I mean by, you know, kind of problem solving. It just, I don't know. It's just fun. And then as you get towards the center, same thing is like, okay, well, how do I want to do this? How do I want to end it up? You know, I mean, you could even have fun with this, just because all of a sudden the thought popped into my head. If you, as you get closer in, you could do lines closer together. That could be, you know, you'd have to start probably a little bit farther apart than I did here, but that could be a really neat thing. So let's see. Well, you know, let's just do this. So here's how, and I think I ended it this way on my my step out. I'm just going to draw one in the middle. And then we'll just aura each side. And that's what I mean by problem solving. It's like, okay, well, I'm not sure what to do. Well, let's come up with a solution. All right. Then, if you want to shade, of course, as you know, you don't have to, but we'll see what this looks like with the shading. So I'm just putting some, and I'm going to try to go light because I have little space, and I'm going on the outside. You know, these are those first lines that we drew, and I'm just going to the outside of them. And this will create a really neat, you know, it's like a tunnel effect. I'm going to go ahead and just put it on all the outsides while I'm at it here. And yeah, it is. You know, I say it's pretty easy to see. So, and then okay, tortillon time. All right, so I'm gonna just start with the outer, and like I said, I'm not bringing it out too far. I'm almost just doing a back and forth motion because it spreads it out, you know, as wide as your kind of as wide as your tip is. And this one I want to work to not go into the section. You know, I don't want to go across this line here. Whoa, neat. Okay. Lost a lot. For a minute, I lost where I was. There we go. Even neater. I'm pausing. I'm looking at the screen. It's looking amazing, you know, in real life. But you know, when you look at the camera, at the screen, it's just even more amazing. Oh my goodness. That is about the coolest thing since sliced bread. Let's do this on top of it. Normally, when we're, so if you've taken a class where they explain the Zentangle method, a lot of times we just leave, we don't worry about the pencil lines. They just kind of disappear. And, but you can do things with them. And so I'm darkening the outside. And then, and I'm going to go to the outside here. I want to at least get that dark line. See how it kind of keeps that dark line. I might have to go back over it. And this is okay if I get it up in here a little bit. I'm not as worried about that because I'm mainly trying to get it out on the outside, but a little on the inside is sort of okay because then it's kind of curving it a little bit. Now I could have done this also on the inside. Maybe I should have. That would have been consistent with what we have here, and then this is like on the inside of the you know, of the border. You can also it's a lot of, it's not really a lot of work. It just depends on if you want to. You can also fill in the this part of the outside of the frame, we'll call it, with you know, with the pencil if you want, or I mean the pen. Sometimes I have trouble thinking, talking, and tangling at the same time. So I apologize for that. Although with that, there's no mistakes in Zentangle, even if you know, some days can't seem to multitask. It's just because I'm in the zone. How neat is that, right? Wow. Just wow. Super cool. I'm going to chop this upside down. I am totally digging that. That is neat. And so, of course, lots of fun to be had with it. I mean, yeah, lots of fun to be had. If you were using colors, I mean, there's probably other things. It's all up to your imagination. But what a wonderful tangle. And do check the description section to see the links to my step out and to Alice's step out. And below that, links, if you feel like, if you like the video enough to connect with me, maybe you want to do an online class, would love to have you. And so information is there on my website. We also have a nice Facebook community where we're sharing the, you know, pictures and things from these videos and from the classes and stuff like that. It's just really a lot of fun, a nice supportive group of people that we have there. And everybody's kind of doing the you do you thing, and we just celebrate that in each other, and it's so cool. And if you enjoy the video, would love to have you click the like button. Also, feel free to share it. And if you like it enough to see more, would love to have you as a subscriber to the channel. All of those things help me out so I can continue to produce these, and that would be lovely. So with that, thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.